The scent of old books. Welcome back, my dear wizards, witches, muggles, and squibs. Today, we delve into the mysteries of one of the most fascinating and darkly influential families in the magical world, the Black family. Well, not all books are cooperative, but why seek information in an old tome and bore oneself analyzing a family tree when you have a charming and seductive wizard like me, ready to share every crumb of his knowledge with you?
The noble and most ancient House of Black stood as one of the preeminent, oldest, and wealthiest pure-blood families in Great Britain. It was also among the Sacred 28, a group of British wizarding families deemed to be truly pure-blood by the 1930s. Several other wizarding families in Britain, including the Malfoys and the Lestranges, were distantly connected by blood to the House of Black, whose ancestral seat was the famed number 12 Grimmauld Place in London. Born in 1961 to Orion and Walburga Black, Regulus Arcturus Black was raised within the prestigious House of Black, alongside his elder brother Sirius. His first name, Regulus, was passed down from a great uncle, while Arcturus was inherited from his paternal grandfather. Celebrated as one of the proudest pure-blood families in the wizarding world, their prominence had diminished by the time Regulus and Sirius were born, leaving only a few male heirs. Despite their shared bloodline, the two brothers would set out on very different paths in life. In terms of physical appearance, Regulus bore the distinctive features that marked the Black family. Yet, while his outward appearance and manner adhered to the traditions of his elite background, it was his internal journey that would truly distinguish him. As a child of the esteemed Black family, Regulus was expected to uphold their pure-blood elitism. While his brother Sirius defied the family's values, Regulus was captivated by the allure of their noble heritage, dutifully following in the footsteps of his parents and forebears. With little connection to his older brother, Regulus developed a close bond with the family's house elf, Kreacher, treating him with kindness and respect, a stark contrast to the way the creature was treated by the rest of the family. Although Sirius was the older son and the rightful heir, their parents favored Regulus. Sirius, driven by a fervent desire for freedom and justice, rejected the family's bigoted views, leading to a severe rift within the family as he broke away from their expectations. The divide between Sirius and his parents deepened further when he was sorted into Gryffindor upon starting at Hogwarts. Regulus, on the other hand, fully embraced the family's beliefs and traditions, gaining even more favor. This bond was strengthened when Regulus, upon his own arrival at Hogwarts, was sorted into Slytherin House. Grateful for this outcome, it was within the revered halls of the school that he began to evolve into the wizard he was destined to become. Alongside his academic pursuits, Regulus also became a seeker for the Slytherin Quidditch team, showcasing his agility in the chase for the elusive Golden Snitch. His talents caught the attention of Professor Slughorn, who invited him to join the elite Slug Club, a select group of students, either exceptionally talented or from influential families, chosen by the potion's master. Despite the apparent calm within the walls of the school, the wider wizarding world was in the grip of severe turmoil. The First Wizarding War had in fact begun, led by Voldemort and his Death Eaters in their quest for magical supremacy, leaving death and destruction in its wake. From a very young age, heavily influenced by his family's political stance, Regulus harbored a deep admiration for Lord Voldemort, seeing him as the hero who would achieve what Grindelwald had failed to do, bring justice for pure-blood wizards. As Voldemort's power and influence grew, so did Regulus's ambition to one day join the Death Eaters and fight for these ideals. Indeed, his room was adorned with clippings of articles and photographs from the Daily Prophet, showcasing Voldemort and his followers as a testament to his fascination. As the years passed at Hogwarts, and upon reaching his 16th birthday, Regulus, with the help of his family's connections and influence, finally realized his dream. He became an official Death Eater, bearing the infamous Dark Mark as a symbol of his loyalty to Voldemort and his dedication to the cause of pure blood supremacy. Surprisingly, his parents, though never Death Eaters themselves, shared similar beliefs and approved of Regulus embracing this path. When the young student pledged his allegiance to Lord Voldemort and joined his ranks, he entered a world shrouded in secrecy and bound by a steadfast commitment to the Dark Lord's cause. Regulus became a pawn in a grand scheme, tasked with carrying out orders and performing acts of unspeakable horror. He found himself amidst a diverse group of individuals, each driven by their own twisted ambitions and unwavering loyalty to their dark leader. For most of those Regulus now associated with, the allure of power and acceptance within this exclusive circle was enough to keep them firmly under Voldemort's dark influence. However, Regulus Arcturus Black's journey as a Death Eater took a different turn. Eventually, he caught a glimpse of the true nature of Voldemort's rule, the suffering inflicted upon innocent lives, and the corruption that festered within his ranks. His perspective gradually began to change. By 1979, he had developed significant doubts about his allegiance to the Dark Lord. Despite his growing disillusionment, Regulus was initially hesitant to act on these feelings. This changed one day when Voldemort requested the assistance of Regulus's house elf, Kreacher. Eager to please his master,
Yes,
Regulus agreed
my lord.
without hesitation, unaware of the cruel fate that awaited his family's loyal servant.
Ah, there you are, my beloved viewers. Fear not, I'll be quicker than a golden snitch. First of all, I want to thank you all for being here for this episode of the Spellbook Chronicles. And if you think Quentin Pentagron is charming enough to deserve your generous support, you might consider leading a life. And I highly recommend subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell icon to make sure you don't miss a single episode. Oh, but if you are wizards and witches truly hungry for knowledge, you might consider joining the channel for just a couple of galleons. Every month, you will be guaranteed priority access to all new videos on the channel. Plus, you will be rewarded every month with new exclusive special content just for you. So, what are you waiting for?
Voldemort intended to use Kreacher to test the defenses around Slytherin's locket, one of his Horcruxes. The elf was subjected to immense suffering as Voldemort mercilessly tortured him, pushing him to the brink of death. Miraculously, Kreacher managed to escape from the cave where the Horcrux was hidden and returned to Regulus, recounting every harrowing detail of his ordeal. It was this moment that opened Regulus's eyes to Voldemort's true nature, his utter callousness and disregard for those who served him faithfully. Kreacher's mistreatment marked a turning point for Regulus, stirring within him a newfound compassion and the realization that the values he had once upheld were deeply flawed. This awakening led him to finally see the darkness and cruelty that lay at the heart of his ambitions. Determined to make amends, Regulus Black embarked on a path that would not only alter his own fate, but also impact the future of the wizarding world. But how did the boy uncover the secret behind the Dark Lord's immortality? How he realized that the locket was a Horcrux, a fragment of Voldemort's soul, remains uncertain. However, what was clear to Regulus was that the cursed object had to be destroyed.
It must be destroyed.
And so, he devised a daring plan with Kreacher. They would create a replica of the locket, destroy the genuine one, and leave the decoy in its place. With his loyal companion by his side, Regulus ventured into the perilous cave, ready to confront the dangers within, carrying the replica of the locket, along with his now famous letter.
To the Dark Lord, I know I will be dead long before you read this, but I want you to know that it was I who discovered your secret. I have stolen the real Horcrux and intend to destroy it as soon as I can. I face death, in the hope that when you meet your match, you will be mortal once more. Regulus Arcturus Black.
However, Regulus's mission required a significant sacrifice. To reach the Horcrux, he had to endure the potion that guarded it, a potion known as the Drink of Despair. This mysterious concoction was capable of inducing intense agony, fear, confusion, and an overwhelming thirst. Moreover, the only way to remove it was by consuming every last drop. Although the potion typically did not cause death, it left the drinker severely weakened and vulnerable. Thus, young Black drank the potion, sacrificing himself to allow Kreacher to fulfill their mission. But the potion was not the only defense protecting the Horcrux. The cave also contained a lake infested with an army of inferi, corpses reanimated through dark magic and placed by Voldemort as a final impenetrable line of defense. Regulus fought valiantly against the horde of undead, using the last of his magic to protect Kreacher, no longer just a servant, but a friend. The boy sacrificed his life for a noble cause, as he had always hoped to do. Before meeting his demise, however, the young Black gave his friend very specific instructions. Replace the real locket with the fake one. Flee without him. Find a way to destroy the Horcrux and never reveal the truth to the Black family. Kreacher was heartbroken by Regulus's death, but despite the dire circumstances, the elf managed to follow his master's orders and swap the lockets before leaving the cave. Sadly, Kreacher was unable to overcome such powerful dark magic. Voldemort's Horcrux remained intact, and his soul continued to endure. In his final act, Regulus demonstrated how the power of one individual can alter the fate of many. Though seemingly insignificant during the First Wizarding War, the young Black's actions set in motion a chain of events that would later prove crucial for Harry Potter and the ultimate downfall of the Dark Lord. Born into a world of privilege and entrenched beliefs, Regulus's choices challenged the very foundations upon which he was raised, sacrificing himself and facing a fate similar to that which would later befall his beloved brother.
Well, here we are. Although, judging by its screams, the old Black family genealogy book didn't seem to enjoy revisiting the history of its family. I hope it wasn't the same for you. After all, who can blame it? The history of the House of Black is certainly not a cheerful tale, adorned with rainbows and skipping unicorns. And even today, my dear listeners, we've come to the end. But please, wipe off that trollish long face and rejoice, because Quentin Pendragon still has much to tell you. As always, we'll see you in the next episode, with a story rich in secrets and magic, right here in the Spellbook